Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Stitch and Style by me, Nadia. And today I'm going to be doing a Friday sews, and it is going to be quite a quick catch up from me this week. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about my makes, but first I will start off by sharing this shirt, which is my new Donny shirt by Friday Pattern Company. And lots of people have been making it, and if you watched a couple of videos ago of mine, you'll see that I made a version in a chambray fabric, and yeah, I wasn't too happy with the fit and I felt it was just a little bit too low for me. I had a go at redrafting the neckline a little bit and moving the point up, but I do actually still feel that this is a little bit too low. It actually tends to move back as I'm wearing it, which I do find a little bit irritating actually. But if it's kind of sitting correctly on my shoulders, it kind of, you can just see there where my vest is. So yeah, it's still a little bit maybe low for me, even though I did raise the neckline a bit. I do actually, and because I redrafted it to take out some of the curve on it, if I actually sewed it up this time, I actually feel like it would sit a little bit flatter than last time, because last time when I tried to sew it up, it didn't sit right at all. I think maybe further tweaks need to be done. Now I don't know whether I will actually make this top again, just because I like it but I don't love it, and there are some tops that I do really love to wear. So yeah, this is my first time wearing it today. I think with my other Donny shirt I'm just going to cut that up for scraps and what have you, and just recycle the material in that make, because I don't think I am going to wear it. Not only because of how low it is, but also because I didn't do a very good job of the hem of the back, and yeah, I just wasn't pleased with it overall. And when I unpicked where I'd sewn it up, there is a little hole which shows on the outside of the facing. I did show this material and was hoping to make like a little boxy top with it as part of my holiday capsule wardrobe. I didn't get round to sewing it up, but I thought I would try the Donny in it. I do think the double gauze and the Donny go really well together. I don't know if I've put the pocket on the wrong side. I did mark it on this side, and then I thought, oh, I think it's supposed to be on the other side, then changed it. And then I thought, oh, I don't know whether I changed it incorrectly. I don't know. I've not looked at the pattern since, so I don't know whether it's on the right or wrong side. But in marking the placement on this side, I used a pen, and I'll show you which pen I used. It was this one, which is a water erasable pen. Now it does tell you on the back, pre-test on a scrap of fabric for both application and removal. Now I used it just to do like a tiny little dot, but the ink spread a little bit, so it actually created a bigger dot than, you know, I had intended. And then I popped it through the wash just to remove the pen, and then it hasn't actually completely removed the pen. This has been through the wash again to try and get rid of it, and I think it is mainly removed now. But I just wanted to give a little bit of a warning for anybody else who's using a pen like this to mark, particularly I suppose on white or light fabric. Just be careful, because it might not come out afterwards. You might actually be able to see where I've used the pen on the underside for the drill point. You can actually see there it's a little bit of a different colour. So yeah, just be careful of that. The other thing that I did with this top was somebody suggested maybe make a medium, but I was happy with how it was sat, like at the top. I think actually with the double gauze, I probably could have got away with a medium on this one. But I did size down to a medium from under here to the bottom of the hem. So this bit of the top here is actually a size medium, and just the top bit is a size large. Maybe I could go down to a size medium, but I'm always a little bit afraid of getting it too tight across my shoulders and across my chest here. That's why I'm always a little bit reluctant to size down. So I think that's going to be it for the Donny for me for the time being. I might return to it in future depending on how much I wear this and how much I enjoy wearing it. This was the make that I teased last week, and I have been sewing up something else this week, and that's also finished. Now, sorry to do another teaser, but yes, I am going to tease that because I actually feel that that make deserves a video of its own, and I'm going to do a bit of a pattern review on that pattern, which is the Durban jumpsuit by Megan Nielsen. And I am really thrilled with my jumpsuit, but it didn't all go completely smoothly. So I'm going to look forward to talking to you about that jumpsuit. I haven't got any pictures of me in it yet or anything, and I did pop it through the wash, so it's on the line at the moment. And so let's move on to, I want to share 3 patterns that I've got, and they're all Vogue patterns, and they've arrived this week. So I wanted to share those with you. Now, the first one came from my lovely friend Vicky, and she sent me this pattern, which is the Vogue 1862, and it's semi-fitted with a nipped-in waist, which has a shaped collar, gathered neckline, puff sleeves, flared skirt, invisible back zip, hook and eye back neck closure, and a narrow hem. And so you've got a choice of 2 lengths of sleeve and of the skirt, and the longer version has a high-low feature, and the shorter one is just straight across. Now, actually, I think I would probably want to make the longer version, but I'm not a fan of a high-low hem, so I'd probably just straighten that off. But I love the details of it. I like a high neck, I like a puffy sleeve, I like the waist definition, and I like the skirt, so I like everything about it really. And Vicky was very kind to send me this. She got it free with Love Sewing magazine, and she said, oh, do you want this? It kind of looks your style. And I said, oh yes, absolutely. She knows me so well. So yes, I was delighted to get that through the post. So big thanks to Vicky, and hopefully I'll get round to making it soon, but I've just got so many plans, might have to wait a little bit. Now, the next 2 patterns that I got were because I saw this pattern when it was released, and absolutely love this style of dress. I adore it, especially this version. Oh my word, it's so nice. And so it's the V1934, and this comes in sizes 8 to 16, and the other size bracket is 18 to 26. So this was released in the US a few months ago, and I saw it and loved it then, and I think it's only just been released. You can get it from Sew Essential, but I actually got it directly from, I think it's called Sew Direct, which is the website for the big 4, or however many companies there are now. But yeah, if you sign up to you can sign up. They've got 2 subscription options. One is to sign up for 6 months, and that's on a direct debit, or one is to sign up for 12 months and you do a one-off payment and you get 2 free patterns. So, you know, the pattern is, I think, £17.50, and then you'd have to pay for postage. which takes it up to about 20, and I paid £24 for a year's subscription to Sew Direct, and with that you get 2 free patterns and free shipping. And I don't think there's any commitment with the 12-month one. There is with the 6-month one because you're on a rolling contract, so it will auto renew every 6 months, but the one I chose, I don't think it auto renews. And the other pattern that I decided to choose, now this pattern, I've got some very special plans for this pattern, so you know, you'll have to watch this space for that, but yeah, I'm just so in love with that dress. Now, trying to choose another pattern, I decided to go with a pattern that I'd had my eye on for a while, and I'd actually tried to purchase before, I think from the Fold line, but then they were out of my size bracket and I was really disappointed. So I thought, I know I definitely want to make one of these, but it's a bit more of a longer term project. I'm not going to be rushing on and making one straight away. But it's this blazer, and it's Claire Schaefer's custom couture collection. Now they have 2 construction methods. One is a more like couture finish, and one's like the more simple finish. And I do eventually want to make this jacket. Now I love wearing a jacket for work, and I think it would be great if I could get one to fit me really nicely, but as I say, this is going to be quite a big undertaking, and I don't know whether I'm completely ready for this challenge just yet. So that's going to be one that's going to stay in my pattern collection for quite a while, I think. But I'm really happy to have it, and I wanted to share the fact that this arrived with you because I'm really excited about it. I did mention, I think in my last vlog, that I have ordered some fabric from Rainbow Fabrics. Now I haven't actually heard anything from them, so hopefully they're processing my order and it's going to be sent soon, but no word on delivery yet, so can't show you anything that's arrived fabric wise for me this week. I did resist there was a couple of sales on at the weekend on Minerva and Sherwood's, and I was desperate to buy something, but I was so happy with myself that I restrained and didn't buy anything. Oh, the other thing that happened this week was last weekend I had a little bit of trouble with my overlocker, and it was after I'd tried to change the needle, and I didn't feel like the needle was going in properly, but then I thought I'd done it all okay, but then the loopers, but then it wasn't overlocking properly, like the looper wasn't going around the needle, and it was all getting tangled up on the plate. So and then like I had no overlocking, so I've had that overlocker now for a good 3 years and I've never had it serviced. So yeah, I took it to a local place which is literally just down the street from me, and if you're in the Manchester area I would definitely recommend it. It's M&K sewing machines, and it looks nothing from the outside and you actually think, oh, is this place open? But yes, it is open and functioning, and they did a brilliant job. So I took it in on the Saturday, and so I took it in on the Saturday morning, and they said to me, is this urgent? And I said, well, no, not really. So he said, oh, well, have a look at it next week. So I was expecting maybe a call later, like this week. But anyway, they called me on Monday morning. They said, yeah, we've done it, we've fixed it, and it's ready for you to collect. So I wasn't around to collect it at that point, but I collected it on Tuesday, and I've not actually had a go on it since, but I do trust them, like that it's working. And he said that I had a 2-month guarantee with the work that had been carried out. So apparently it was the needle holder thing. Sorry, I'm not using any technical phrases here, am I? Was broken and he couldn't get the needle in. And maybe I think I've been a little bit heavy-handed with the needles, and you know, I had a little bit of trouble when I lost the screw that holds the needle in place, and then I got a new one, and maybe with me doing a lot of messing around with that, then maybe I've caused some damage. Yeah, that was replaced, and it cost me £75, and he had a quick check of everything. I said to him, I have changed the blade myself, so we just check it's all working properly. And he made me laugh, because when I spoke to him on the Monday, he said to me, oh yes, he said, you did a very good job of trying to get the blade in, but you'd not quite managed it to get it in the right position. So yeah, he sorted that out for me, and he said he gave it a good look over and everything, so really happy with that. Finally, I want to talk to you about another little exciting project that I've got. I'm just at the early stages of trying to set up a sewing social day in Manchester, and I'm hoping to run one every month. And the venue haven't yet confirmed availability, so this is all provisional, but if you're interested in coming along to a sewing social in Longsight, which is in Manchester, on the 22nd of July, which is a Saturday, and hopefully I'm going to be running it from 11 till 4, and it's bring your own machine and bring your own project, and I'm going to be running it on a not-for-profit basis, so the cost is just... So the price that I'm charging is just going to be to cover the cost, and I'm going to be asking for £15. Be really interested to hear from you if you can make that date in particular. I'm looking to do it as a little bit of a trial, that one, just to kind of like work out how everything works, what I need, how it runs and everything, and just to see how much interest I'm going to get. So I look forward to hearing from you if you're able to come along. Over the next couple of weeks, I am going to be quite busy, because I'm going to be doing the running event, the Tour of Tameside, next week, and that's going to be taking up all my time and energy. And I'm actually doing a race as well this weekend. That's another reason why I thought I would just spread out talking about my makes, because I might not have much chance to sew over the next couple of weeks. Next weekend, as well as doing the Tour of Tameside, I am having my nephews here to stay on Saturday night, and that's going to be really exciting. They've not stayed here before. They are 10 and 9, and they have different interests. The eldest is really interested in crafting. So my sister said he loves like making things, doing things with his hands. He follows YouTube videos to make little cardboard things and what have you. So he's really creative. And I thought I would do a little sewing lesson with him. So yeah, he's really excited to hear about the possibility of using a sewing machine. So yeah, that's going to be so much fun, having someone to sew with and who's going to be really excited about getting to use a sewing machine. His brother, who's I think 15 months younger, which is the same difference actually between me and one of my sisters. Apparently he loves football, so maybe if he doesn't want to do the crafting, maybe he can go and play some football with Ben, or talk about football or watch football or something, I don't know. And I'll share what we make. So there's been a lot going on, and I'm sorry, it feels just like a little bit of a whistle stop tour of my life with me just very excitedly talking to you. So thanks for bearing with me, and hopefully you found this of interest. I really appreciate everybody's likes, subscribes and comments. It really does keep me going. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.